covering every county. This is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Parts of Arkansas in cleanup mode today after a line of severe storms rolled through on Tuesday. Good afternoon, I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for watching Arkansas Today. Take a look at this. A viewer in Russellville captured the moment a tree fell on their fence. No one was hurt there, but further north, just outside of Atkins, one person was hospitalized after getting trapped under a fallen tree. Tyler Thomason reports now from Pope County.
Metal sits wrapped atop a utility pole, and massive trees lie uprooted across several yards.
This would be the worst storm we've actually been through.
Tammy Rye and her husband weren't home Tuesday when strong winds pummeled their neighborhood just outside Atkins in Pope County. But one of their family members was home just next door. It was here, officials say, crews rescued a woman from beneath a fallen tree in the backyard.
They took her by ambulance, and we have not heard anything yet.
Just street scraps from a toppled chicken house litter a pasture. The mess proved to be quite a sight for Pope County Judge Ben Cross.
Anytime you have storm damage like this with 100-year-old trees blown over like toothpicks, it's staggering to the, to the first look that you see.
The recovery has already begun as chainsaws and ladders come out in full force, hoping to clear Mother Nature's mess.
We have a lot of friends that have already offered to come and help clean up, so we're just going to have a big cleanup party and fix our house and move on.
And the National Weather Service confirms the damage caused by the storm in the Atkins area was not the result of a tornado, but a microburst and straight-line winds. Now to the River Valley, where cleanup continues following a handful of recent tornadoes. The National Weather Service confirms 5 EF1 tornadoes hit over the weekend. The Fort Smith neighborhood is one of the hardest hit areas. Adam Speck and his family were in northwest Arkansas when the tornadoes hit and arrived home to find the damage. Even though trees are on top of his house, Speck says he feels lucky.
It looks like we're going to lose 33 trees in our yard total. I think 14 are uprooted completely, and only 2 of them fell on the house. That's pretty good. So we're pretty happy, pretty blessed.
He says neighbors on his street have banded together to help clean up the damage. Well, police in Little Rock have made an arrest in a nearly 2-year-old murder case, but they do still need help. 19-year-old Michael Davis was shot and killed back in August of 2017 on Asher Avenue. We're told LRPD cold case investigators recently linked 2 men to his murder. Gary Bradley was already in the Pulaski County Jail on other charges. Police are still looking for 30-year-old James Langford. If you know where he is, you're asked to call police. A controversy over a children's TV show has arrived in Arkansas. A recent episode of the animated series Arthur features a same-sex wedding. The Arkansas Times reported this week that local public broadcaster AETN originally opted not to air the program in its original time slot because of its content. In a statement to the Times, AETN said, quote, "In realizing that many parents may not have been aware of the topics of the episode beforehand, we made the decision not to air it." But AETN has since announced it will air the episode a handful of times beginning May 30th. Alabama's public television network also did not air the episode and has no plans to do so. A Democratic presidential candidate says he is coming to Walmart shareholders meeting in Northwest Arkansas next month. Senator Bernie Sanders says Walmart employees reached out to the company requesting he speak at the event. Sanders has been outspoken about employee rights, slamming Walmart for paying its workers low wages. He's pushing the company to give hourly workers a seat on the company's board. The formal business meeting for Walmart shareholders is set for June 5th in Rogers. School bus drivers across Arkansas reporting a high number of drivers illegally passing them and potentially putting kids in danger. Thousands of bus drivers statewide took part in a one-day survey last month. They reported nearly 900 illegal passes. That's up from 2018's one-day survey. It's an issue bus drivers tell us they deal with constantly. And in the Conway Fire Department is hoping to save time and lives with a new piece of equipment that is all about the size of an iPhone. These thermal imagers are like a second set of eyes for firefighters when they're sent to a blaze. The Conway Fire Department has used a number of different models over the years, but the most recent ones purchased by the department are less expensive, more effective, and the size of a cell phone.
I know exactly what I'm looking at, whereas in before, I'd get such a black and white image, you had to really look at and try to pick that image out.
The department hopes to outfit every firefighter with a small device in the near future. A dog in southwest Arkansas escapes a house fire with severe burns, but now he's homeless. We would like to warn you before we air this video that some of it is graphic. A Good Samaritan brought this chocolate pit bull to the Animal Care and Adoption Center in Texarkana Saturday. Shelter officials got him to a vet who's doctoring the third-degree burns on his body along with burn paws.
His temperament's just incredible, and we're real lucky that he's such a good guy, because he's sure been letting us do anything, and he's certainly a good dog.
Just that look in his eyes like, help me, and so that's what we try to do.
They haven't been able to find his owners. Shelter officials say if they don't come forward by noon on Thursday, he'll become property of the city and maybe eventually put up for adoption. A troop with a mission to walk nearly 12,000 miles across the country for its heroes made a stop in central Arkansas this week. The members are part of the nonprofit Carry the Load, which honors the sacrifices of our nation's military, veterans, and first responders. It began in 2011 as a march to restore the true meaning of Memorial Day. The manager of the relay calls it a healing process. He says he shares a different story and receives another at every stop.
And the guy grabs me and pulls me into a hug, and he tells me that the son he's been bragging on that I was almost sick of hearing about had passed away 3 months earlier while he was serving in the Army. So I think for me that was definitely that moment where I went from knowing what I was doing to actually starting to get that first little bit of understanding.
Carry the Load walks through Hot Springs today, then heads to Louisiana.